between our vehicles, though.
I don't give a fuck, bro. You fucking hit me.
Get out. Get out. Okay, get out.
Okay,
Get out the car.
I'm getting out.
There's no need for that.
Why are you doing that?
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct, sir.
Hey, call you dad.
He's under arrest for disorder. I mean, look at him down on his knees. The trifold actually has two different sections where we list two different case law. Both are from the Supreme Court. I curse out cops, number 7, Cohen versus California. By these words, you get to know the depths of my feelings. Justice Harlan said in the holding, one man's vulgarity is another man's lyric. That's number 7. Number 8 on the trifold, cursing out cops. Houston versus Hill. Expressive disorder is inevitable in a society that's dedicated to individual freedom and must be protected if that freedom can survive. Mr. Hill interrupted cops, and I can interrupt you as well.
He does this crazy U-turn in the middle of an intersection, almost hitting his other car. This truck passed, immediate U-turn all the way. Double U-turn, almost hits this car.
What the flock?
Scoots around this car. This guy's like, oh, I'm going to pull over because he turned on his lights. Then he rams him. Then he says he slammed his brakes on in front of him.
Without the camera, this guy goes to prison and the cop gets away with it.
See, where these two people made a mistake is they immediately should have held their neck and said, I need an ambulance.
Laws were created for the black race. Just wrap that around your head for a second. We never had officer safety until 3 years after the 1964 Civil Rights Act that truly made blacks in America free. Blacks were not freed in 1954 with Brown versus Board of Education, where they desegregated our country. Blacks were not freed with the 13th Amendment in 1865. Blacks were freed with the 1964 Civil Rights Act. 10 years after Brown versus Board of Education desegregated America, for 10 years, sheriffs and police departments around America kept segregation in place. So I'm giving you guys the absolute facts. I'm giving you the absolute facts. I'm not black. I'm Latino, and I'm kind of a light white color cream here. So I understand that some of the benefits I get from not being arrested by pigs because I'm white. Now, that doesn't always work, does it? If you're poor, or if you're not educated, or if the cop has a hard-on for you and you don't have your cop card in your pocket, or you don't have the trifold, you might get railroaded. So we know the laws were created for blacks, but there's a lot of ones in the chat of people who are not black who are being persecuted and prosecuted by the laws created for black people.
But because he got them to pull over and everything, that lessens their ability to come back now later. Now he's pissed off.
Pull to the parking lot. Pull to the parking lot.
Yeah, because I just hit you. Now I'm going to show you who's boss.
69 Springs.
Listen to radio traffic.
Why is he even after this guy?
Shoot factory. Had a car slammed my brakes in front of me.
He wasn't in front of you till you made a U-turn and shot around and sped up on him. Just outrageous behavior.
License registration.
Oh, he's got the hat that turns everybody that puts one on into a dick. Shocking.
Sure, sir.
Why are you pulling me over?
Because you were following me too closely and nearly rammed me.
So he was following him too closely and nearly rammed him. So I'm going to ram you. Perfect.
I did not. You slammed on your brakes. You had no brake. You had no turn signal, nothing.
I had to turn around on the car without speeding. I'm doing my job out here, sir.
He was turning around on the car that was speeding.
I'm doing my job.
That was bullshit. I want to see the radar. Why didn't he go after the car that was speeding? So the car speeding is less of a risk to the public than this guy being too close? Dickhead.
You hit me. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Nearly rammed me. Turned around. Behind it. Slammed on the brakes in front of me.
Take it out and look at my car.
Okay, take a seat in the car right now. We're on traffic.
Neither one of them is complaining of pain, which is going to help their case, which they should be, because it's going to hurt later. When you get rear-ended, it snaps your neck.
Stop right now.
Yeah,
okay.
You hit my fucking car.
We're on the traffic stop right now.
Out here.
I want to see the damage done to my
Give me a minute. We're on a traffic stop right now.
being subjected to a jackboot thug pig after he hits your car. You take that very personally, whether you like it or not.
So I get done with my traffic stop. We're following too closely.
It's not following too close.
As soon as I get done with my traffic stop, these pigs think they own you and everything about America.
You hit me.
You stopped in the middle of the roadway, sir.
No, you
I didn't stop. I got over and I was in the lane. Trying to speed back up. No, I was trying to speed back up.
Okay, sir.
Stand on your gas.
Okay.
And you hit us.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I told you why I stopped you because you were following me too closely.
But I wasn't.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
I sure do.
You don't need your ID.
It's an import that you so want, sir.
Yeah.
No. You do not have to give that jackboot thug pig your identification. It's number 4 on your 5th Amendment cop card. Cop demands ID, says he has RAS. While filming, you say, I plead the 5th Amendment. I identify as good citizen. No IDs required.
You want it.
Okay.
You fucking hit me.
There's no damage between our vehicles, though.
I don't give a fuck, bro. You fucking hit me.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I do want it.
Okay.
You fucking hit me.
There's no damage between our vehicles, though.
I don't give a fuck, bro. You fucking hit me.
Oh, he had a challenge. He said, I don't give a fuck. And he showed a little aggression in his voice. Aggression in his voice means cop has to fight you.
There's no damage between our vehicles, though.
I don't give a fuck, bro. You fucking hit me.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. He's pissed off because he hit him, and now he's going to exert excessive force and go into physical force on this guy. What a piece of shit.
Between our vehicles, though.
I don't give a fuck, bro. You fucking hit me.
Okay. Get out.
Okay, get out the car. I'm getting out. There's no need for that.
Really? There's no need for him to say you fucking hit me, but there's a need for what you're doing? Tyrannical, out of call. It's always these freaking ticket-writing egomaniac punks that won't go out and deal with a real criminal, but they'll pick on the pesky citizens that won't fight back.
Why are you doing that?
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct, sir.
I called you dad.
He's under arrest for disorder. I mean, look at him down on his knees. But watch how this beta male, one of my latissimus dorsi is bigger than his entire body. One lat I have is bigger than this whole guy. And so he says, he curses at him, says, you damaged my effing car. And he has a little aggression. Cop opens the door, grabs him. Look, he doesn't even know how. So just so you know, you don't go over a shoulder, you go under the armpit. You know, I wrestled for over 30 years of my life. You grab an arm, but then your hand goes under the armpit and you pull the arm back. This is a lever. If I hold your wrist with this hand and I have your left arm, if I grab the wrist here, I don't want to go on top of your shoulder. If I grab your wrist here, I want to go under your shoulder and then suck your shoulder to me. So I have your arm spread across my body as your tricep is across my chest. Here, now I can control your body because I have your entire shoulder and it's locked to my body. My body weighs 210 pounds. So once I have your shoulder locked to my body, I can then move you by simply contorting my body. And this cop, of course, has no idea how to do any of that. Pulls him out of the car. Now he grabs him by the back of the neck like he's a dog or something. Like he's a dog. Like, why would you allow that to happen to you like that? And this guy just crumbles down like a little bitch. Now he's got him is that by the hair or by the back of his shirt, like he's a dog? And look at this guy's little 20-pound wrist right here. The guy's arm's about as big as a toothpick. Look how tiny this little guy is, this little beta male who wants all the power. This is the reason why he signed up to be a pig, so that he could do this to people and they wouldn't fight back. Now this guy is clearly given up. Look, he's flacing his fingers behind his head, takes off his hat, and he's putting his hat in the car. I mean, this guy could not give up anymore. He's on his knees. Now he's putting his hands behind his back. Oh God. We've created a system in this country that is just some dog shit.
There's no need for cussing. There's no need to cuss.
Your sergeant, stand up. Stand up.
You ain't coming around?
Fine, okay?
Come on. Come on.
Nice. Wow. Those Arkansas State Police, man, those guys are good. They got the dick hats on.
You got the dick hats on? So remember, this cop whipped the Yui, the double Yui, and then rammed the other guy's car. And now he's arrested the man.
Why are you doing this?
Ma'am, there was no need for cussing me out. Until he can calm down and act like an adult, he's going to sit back in the car.
It's right there on the driver or the non-driver Fifth Amendment cop card. It's also on your trifold language. Cop says he's going to charge you with this or with that. While filming, you state my right to free speech is protected by the First Amendment. First Amendment upheld by the 1971 case of Cohen versus California. Cop loses qualified immunity for arresting you. What the cop does is in the black, number 5. You told the cop off, vulgar language. Cop says he's going to charge you with this or that. My right to free speech is protected by the First Amendment.
He's got to act like an adult. You ripping him out of the car and using physical force on the knees and handcuffing him is acting like an adult? What a freaking idiot, man. I'm telling you, the tyranny in this country is just out of control. And people are okay with this. Every time I see one of these videos, there's 100 that we don't see, and you'll have the blue line kiss butts coming here going, oh man, this isolated incident, and all cops are good, and you're just making us look bad. Okay, whatever.
You going to talk to me? You going to let me talk?
You're going to let me talk is what he says. That was in the old trifold. So Ram Guntham down here asked if I plead the fifth and he asked me to get out of the car. Number 3 on the driver and the non-driver card, even after you've pled the Fifth Amendment, cop asks you to exit the vehicle, and this is on the non-driver card. So the girl sitting in the passenger seat right now, she's a non-driver. So, number 1, you started filming. Number 2, you pled the Fifth Amendment. Number 3, cop asks you to get out of the vehicle, exit and state, I plead the Fifth Amendment again. See how there's 2 of them? The 2 yellow bars, the one above it is number 2, where the cop approaches and says any words to you at all. While filming, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Number 3, cop asks you to exit the vehicle. Exit and state, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I do not consent to searches or seizures. And that's on the non-driver card. On the driver card, it's the exact same thing. Number 2 is I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Cop loses qualified immunity for questioning you. Then on number 3 down there, cop asks you to exit the vehicle. While filming, exit and lock the doors, show the card or state, I do not consent to searches or seizures. So the cop can demand you out of the car. At the same time, though, while you're being demanded to be taken out of the car, that's your opportunity to invoke your rights.
Or you trying to interrupt me the entire time now?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Until he can calm down and stop cussing me out for no reason. So I'm trying to explain to him. Bullshit. But he doesn't want to let me talk, okay?
So I wanted to look up the Arkansas statute on disorderly conduct, and it's kind of vague, which is bad when it's vague because that gives police the opportunity to arrest you, and then the DA says, no, that's not what it means, but you still get arrested and booked and searched. So engage in fighting or in violence, threatening, unreasonable, excessive. I don't know what the hell they mean by tumultuous behavior. I don't even know what the hell.
So is tumultuous behavior me telling him that I think he's a jackboot thug pig, and I wish in a real world I could meet him at the gym, stomp a mud hole in his ass? Is that tumultuous behavior? Engages in fighting or violent? I wish I could beat the shit out of you, but it's illegal. Unless you want to go down to the gym, sign a waiver, you can knock your teeth out.
And stop cussing me out for no reason. So I'm trying to explain to him. Bullshit. But he doesn't want to let me talk, okay?
That's not the point. You don't have to let that pig talk. The trifold actually has 2 different sections where we list 2 different case law. Both are from the Supreme Court. I curse out cops, number 7, Cohen versus California. By these words, you get to know the depths of my feelings. Justice Harlan said in the holding, one man's vulgarity is another man's lyric. That's number 7. Number 8 on the trifold, cursing out cops. Houston versus Hill. Expressive disorder is inevitable in a society that's dedicated to individual freedom and must be protected if that freedom can survive. Mr. Hill interrupted cops, and I can interrupt you as well. People keep talking to cops. They keep on not invoking their rights, and it's driving me absolutely crazy.
So I wanted to look up the Arkansas statute on disorderly conduct, and it's kind of vague, which is bad when it's vague because that gives police the opportunity to arrest you, and then the DA says, no, that's not what it means, but you still get arrested and booked and searched. So engage in fighting or in violence, threatening, making loud, confused noise, excited or confused or disorderly. Man, that's freaking pretty vague. Makes unreasonable in a public place. He was in his car, but he's still in a public place. but he's being detained. And most disorderly conducts, the government cannot be the victim. I don't know what it is in Arkansas. In California, a cop cannot charge you with disorderly conduct unless someone else complains. As a cop, they cannot complain. They must have a citizen complain. So this is a very vague law, which is why.
So he was upset he was getting interrupted and that they were being a great big meanie. If anybody can't afford, I sell this for 20. I sell the cop cards for 10. If you can't afford this, you contact me and I'll send it to you via email for free. And then you can print it out and you can have multiple copies because this is polypropylene paper. So this paper doesn't really break down. This particular kind of material isn't paper. It's polypropylene. It doesn't break down like paper does. Anybody, it doesn't matter who you are, I'll give you a PDF of my trifold for free. I sell it online for $9. I actually want to take it down and force people to get an actual physical trifold in their car.
This cop's going to arrest him and play these freaking games. It's bullshit. Oh, he's mad because he's talking. Let me show you who's boss. Let me walk back here with my gun and my taser and my badge and my dick hat.
Yeah, my dick hat.
69. I got disorder. Okay. You gonna calm down or not?
Yeah. Yeah, because this is the biggest lawsuit you're ever gonna face. I want your badge number and I want your name written down for me.
I wonder if anything ever happened of this.
Look, asking for name and badge number in a middle stop is really kind of, you're going to get it when you leave. Wait till it's over.
No, that's bad advice. Actually, when I demand the name and badge number of the pigs, it's at an opportune moment so that I can put them on the defensive. So I'm not going to wait till the end to ask for their name and badge number, and I don't suggest you do either. You take control of the stop by invoking your rights immediately, and I'll ask for the name and badge number when it's appropriate for me to be able to stop their flow and their cadence. I do like you, Rick. I've evolved on you, bro. I'm an acquired taste myself, so I hope we can be friends, Ricky.
Because you're going to say, sure, then I'm not going to have you sit out here and curse at me for no reason.
So he's repeating again that he's not going to have him curse at him for no reason. That's a violation of his First Amendment right, and there's multiple case law backing that up.
There's no fit to, you're not incriminating yourself, sir.
Yes, there is. You're always incriminating yourself if there's a pig in your presence.
And I already said sure. I just want your badge number. I just want your badge number and your name.
Okay.
That's all I want.
Okay.
He's gonna
Trying to get him
fuck you.
but he doesn't want it. He wants to continue yelling at me for no
Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with what the gentleman just said.
reason. No reason for him to get and they don't just yell at people for no reason. And so I don't know what his malicious, if he has malicious intents or not.
If you don't know if he had malicious intent, you whipped a U-turn and you smashed into the back of his car. You jackboot thug pig.
I don't know if he has malicious intent. So I don't know if anybody in the world has malicious intent, so I'll just go around and arrest everybody because I don't know if they have malicious intent.
Well, no, Rick, first he'll slam into them with his car and then say, are you picking a fight with me?
I'll just arrest everybody. Perfect.
Oh, the instance, man, I think you should calm down. There's no reason for him to get and they don't just yell at people for no reason. And so I don't know what his malicious, if he has malicious intents or not.
I don't know if he has malicious intent, so I don't know if anybody in the world has malicious intent, so I'll just go around and arrest everybody because I don't know if they have malicious intent. I'll just arrest everybody. Perfect.
Oh, the instance, man, I think you should calm down. There's
pussy
in the middle of the road for no reason.
Another pig magically shows up.
What did he say?
And now the trunk is open. How'd that trunk get open? And who opened it and why?
Turn around. Yeah. Turned around. When I turned around, he started laying on the floor. Okay.
Where's my fucking trunk open?
So when I turned around, turned back around to come behind.
He just said, why is my effing trunk open?
I did. Hit him.
No way, the camera shows me.
What is it? See where the dust is gone?
Just it moves the dust. You get you in the okay, I heard someone was following you too close.
Yeah, he said he was following too close. That's why he stopped when he spun around and hit him.
I hit him.
So you hit him?
Yeah. When I turned around and pulled him over, he slammed on the brake for in front of my wife.
Look how these morons wear their hats. I mean, look at their hats. Look at both of them. They look like clowns.
So you hit him?
Yeah. When I turned around and pulled
Look at that guy's hat. Just take a look at how he's wearing his hat. If you think you wearing a hat around that makes you cool, you might be a douchebag. It is the douchiest looking thing I think I've ever seen in my life. And, you know, when you wear your hat like that, you think you're some sort of military, jackboot, thug, pig, badass. You just look like a douche. And believe me, man, I was a time in my life where I would wear my hat like, oh, I think I'm a real tough guy. No one likes it. No one wants a tough guy. You don't want it. I don't want to deal with you, dude. Nobody really wants to fight you, man. That's only when you're young. When you get a little older, no one really wants to have a fist fight. They suck. And this is like an attitude, the way they wear that hat.
Tip over and they slammed on the brake brake in front of my wife's sirens, and I couldn't stop the time.
Look at the douchey.
Yeah, I got her.
I mean, how douchey does that look?
Sirens, and I couldn't stop the time.
I mean, just take a look at that. That doesn't look douchey to you? Put a 1 in the chat if that looks douchey.
Yeah, I got her driver.
Look at him over here.
They got units responding code 3. Are you kidding me?
They have units responding code 3 to a guy who fell on his knees out of his car and then easily go into the torture cuffs and then is in the back of the car encased to the girlfriend crying in the passenger seat, and they're coming in code 3, sirens blazing.
Which I was not following close. We had enough time to stop clearly, and I still had almost a motorcycle car link between us, so I was not following too close. If not more, yeah, if not more, at least a motorcycle, if not more, like straight motorcycle.
Yeah, that's not a good statement saying I was following with a motorcycle in between us. That's going to be a little too close. He just screwed himself by admitting he was following too.
No, he screwed himself by talking to the cop, Rick. But remember, Rick has a pig perspective.
Straight motorcycle.
Yeah, that's not a good statement saying I was following with a motorcycle in between us. That's going to be a little too close.
So he still has that perspective that pigs are going to correct your driving by giving you a ticket for following too close. Put a 1 in the chat if that's not going to affect your driving. It's just a bunch of shit. It's a reason to pull you over, to make up a reason to pull you over. But Rick's not saying that.
He just screwed himself by admitting
He screwed himself by talking to the pig.
was following him too close.
He should have invoked his First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights.
It's not a car link. I guarantee I had a car link because I had plenty of time to.
Car link. You already said a motorcycle. Now you lost credibility because you ran your mouth instead of not saying anything. Like I tell you, people don't ever talk to freaking cops. It never helps you.
There it is, Rick. We agree, Rick. We don't agree all the time, buddy, but we agree on that one.
Slow down, and I honked at him because if I did that, that's illegal. I know. I'm flustered and I'm
These
pissed
Arkansas
off.
cops don't like you yelling at them and shit. What, they got their special little wallet? You can't yell at them. There's something special. Maybe they need a few people to slap their hats off their head and they won't think they're so damn special. Not that I'm encouraging violence.
Be hitting. And then he wants
But I would like to knock that stupid hat off his head.
to arrest me. That's
I mean, look at this beta male.
cool. I just want, well, whatever. You detain me for no reason, and I will be suing him, and I want his name and his badge number. But he said it wasn't a matter that he hit me. It didn't matter. But it does matter. You hit me. Fucking sue me, bro.
Oh, they're gonna let him go. Probably say he's only detained. The best thing this guy could do is be very calm.
And
I know
shut
it's hard,
up.
but so when a
And shut up so you can file your lawsuit without going to jail.
sergeant shows up, he doesn't see that you're being a jerk. If you're still a jerk, the sergeant's less likely to want to override the officer.
If you're still a jerk, this is the pig perspective and why I unsubscribed, Rick. I hope you see this, Rick. This is the reason why I unsubscribed from your channel, bro. Just so you can hear your own words, dude.
Probably say he's only detained.
Okay, he's only detained, right. Don't give them your ID unless they take you to the jail.
The best thing this guy could do is be very calm.
And be quiet so that you can preserve all rights.
I know it's hard, but
Of course, it's hard when you're being bullied and picked on by using the color of law.
so when a sergeant shows up, he doesn't
So when a sergeant shows up, you have a bigger dickhead on the scene. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that a supervisor means a bigger dick with more experience being a dick.
see that you're being a jerk. If you're still
No, it doesn't matter how you're being, Rick. You want to invoke your Fifth Amendment right. It has nothing to do with pissing off the sergeant who's another pig.
a jerk, the sergeant's less likely to want to.
The sergeant's less likely to help you anyway. The sergeant's working with his blue line thug gang member. Put a 1 in the chat if the sergeant is there to back up his gang member. Has nothing to do with your behavior. You're only invoking your Fifth Amendment and respecting your Fifth Amendment so that you can file proper litigation later and you don't have to go to jail because a jackboot thug pig is butthurt and wants to arrest you.
Override the officer.
But the law it doesn't make any difference.
Did he just say override?
See that you're being a jerk. If you're still a jerk, the sergeant's less likely to want to override the officer.
Put a 1 in the chat if the sergeant has never overridden the officer. Put a 1 in the chat if you've called for a supervisor and that supervisor has never, ever overridden the cop in front of you. The 1 in the chat for me. I've called a supervisor 20 times. Supervisor never overruled the pig in front of me. Supervisor backs the pig up. Put a 1 in the chat if that's the experience you've had. So I don't know exactly what Rick is talking about here.
Is be very calm. I know it's hard, but so when a sergeant shows up, he doesn't see that you're being a jerk. If you're still a jerk, the sergeant's less likely to want to override the officer.
Is that right? Is that right, Rick? Is that correct? Well, Ricky, you take a look at the chat here, Ricky, and I like Rick. I don't like his pig perspective, but I do like that he's standing up against these pigs. His Uvalde breakdown, by the way, Uvalde, Rick, I haven't shared your Uvalde breakdown, Uvalde, Texas, but Rick did a full breakdown on several videos on Uvalde. I watched all of his videos, and he was correct in his assessment. However, he still has a pig perspective that he believes the sergeant's going to come there and override the officer. And according to this, has anybody ever had a pig show up who's a supervisor and override the officer? Put a 2 in the chat if that's ever happened. Put a 2 in the chat if a pig showed up where you requested a supervisor and the supervising pig overrode the original pig who had you all hemmed up. Put a 2 in the chat if the pig supervisor has showed up and changed the situation. It's happened for Jim. It's happened for Jim. 0. Stanley says 0. Put a 0 in the chat if that's never happened for you. That's never happened for me. The only time I ever had a pig, well, number one, there was a guy when I was a kid named Greg Russell who was the only cop that ever treated me fairly. And then there was a time in LA during the actors strike of, was it 2008 or 2010? And at the time I was a full-time actor and that's all I did for a living. And the actors strike, I got pulled over. I had no insurance. I had no registration and my license was expired. Those 3 things had happened to me because I didn't have any money to pay for the renewal and I wasn't going to do anything but acting. But then when they went on strike, I was turned upside down and I got pulled over by this pig. And as soon as he came up, I was at this point where I was like, you got me, dude. I said, you got me. I have no insurance. I have no registration. I have no driver's license. The strike has made it so I haven't had work in almost a year. You got me, dude. That pig went back to his car and came back up and gave me back my expired registration and my expired driver's license and said, my wife is also an actress and she's been dying because there's no work. So I'm going to let you go on this one. I can count how many times the cops have been decent to me. So that was one of the times where if his wife wasn't an actress, maybe it wouldn't have happened.
But the law it doesn't make any difference. And what you did, I didn't slam on my brakes. That's not my wife. That's fine. I didn't slam on my brakes, so.
He put his brakes on because when a cop pulls up behind you or whips a U-turn, you're supposed to yield to the right. He was doing that. And this guy is sitting there with the glasses on. We all know that he cheated, that he's a scumbag.
See, by intimidating him, getting him handcuffs and detaining them, this is how the cops get you to admit that you're not hurt. Are you okay? We just want to get you out of here. If you're not hurt, we're gonna give you a verbal warning. And they try to cut some deals so you can't come back, and they'll use your statements against you.
You don't say anything to cops.
So you arrested him for cussing at you, man.
He just wanted to start cussing me out, and I told him I was going to get his ass over.
Take him out of the torture cuffs.
Uh-oh, he's got tattoos. Oh, here we go.
I'm good. I need to wait.
What?
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna get back. I'm not gonna get back in my car. What?
I'm good. I'm good.
I need to pay.
Surprised they're not shooting him for moving around.
Dude is like, he's not a fitness athlete, this guy who got pulled over. But
Finding his wallet.
you can
He's reaching for a gun. Kill him. Then he
you can
can't sue us.
you can tell by the way he walks across here though that he's not happy. This is the swagger he's got.
Confident what you did was right.
Yes, sir.
Turn and everything. Thought that when you first did turn back straight over.
These people are smart. They'll go straight to the hospital from here. Get x-rays for damage. He's got a clipboard. It could be a weapon. I thought he was going to throw it at me. Shoot him. Pow, 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 pow.
Section as states, following me too closely behind me, and parking on a highway, which is in the same subsection
Parking on the highway?
as the states. No vehicle shall stop, park on a highway in front of a business area. You want to go to court on that state time? If you have any questions, phone number right there. There's that for you.
When does this have to be paid by if I do end up paying?
If you want to pay it, as long as you pay it before court, you don't have to go to court.
Oh, okay, perfect.
But if you want to go to court, you can always go to court. There's all the information. And he's finished up the court now.
And this guy just is a piece of shit.
And I guess this is the end. Little earning hate. And that there.
It doesn't really matter which video we show. It's just that one bad piggy in that area. Just one bad pig. Just one bad pig. It's just one bad piggy. Put a 1 in the chat if it's not just one bad apple. They're all bad. Your trifold goes up in your visor. You use this fat ass broccoli rubber band that I sent with you with your order. Your trifold goes up in your visor. Your phone is in your other hand. And this is the only motion you do. The only words you say is, here's my license, registration, and proof of insurance that was up in your visor, that was around this broccoli wad rubber band. And then here's what you do. You give him the license, registration, proof of insurance. He says another word to you and you say, officer, respectfully, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I will not be answering any questions without my attorney present. Please uphold your oath to the Constitution. And then you don't say another word. He tells you to get out of the car, you get out of the car and you say, I don't consent to searches or seizures. So right here on your trifold, if the cop says he's going to search his car, all you do is flip it open, go to the second page, which is right there. You can revoke consent. If you give consent, you can revoke consent. So if you know that cop is going to search your car, like this jackboot thug pig right here, you give consent and then you revoke consent. It's the second page in your trifold. Your hands are at a touchdown position right here. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.